A transgender attorney requested that Jack make him, it was a man posing as a woman, a pink cake with blue frosting to celebrate a, quote, gender transition. Jack, once again, declined, and that trans attorney took legal action against him. That case has been in the courts for years. Thankfully, in October, the Colorado Supreme Court dismissed the case, which is good for Jack, but they did it on procedural grounds. They didn't get into the substance about whether there was an obligation to bake the cake or not. They just said that the case had not been properly filed. Here with me to discuss whether the harassment of Jack Phillips is finally over is the man himself, along with his attorney, Kristen Waggoner, who is the president and general counsel of Alliance Defending Freedom. Welcome to you both. Great to see you both again. Well, congratulations, Jack, because at least this chapter of harassment against you is over. But how confident are we that the saga is over?
You never know what other people are going to do, but I know this case cannot be appealed by the other side, and so it's completely finished.
Were you thrilled when you finally got this ruling?
I was. It was a really good ruling. The court did exactly what we asked them to do. They dismissed the case, and after 12 years plus, it's over, and I can go back to my baking and the things that I love this business for.
So the shop's still open?
The shop is still open, though it's a lot different than it was before all this started. First, I just want to make sure that it's clear that we serve everybody, including the person who sued us this time and the state of Colorado representing the two men who sued us before. We serve everybody, but we just can't create every cake and every message with our express every message with our custom cakes.
Exactly. If they want to come in and have a random cake or get a coffee or whatever, they can do all that. It's that you didn't want to be compelled to celebrate gay marriage or pretend that men can become women through a cake. Here's my question for you, Kristen. I'm worried because they didn't decide it on the substance, the Colorado Supreme Court, and they should have. To me, this is a no-brainer. There should have at least been dictum in there saying, okay, they screwed up procedurally, so we're going to throw it out. But by the way, since this case was started, 303 Creative was decided by the U.S. Supreme Court, and that case made very clear that a state's civil rights laws cannot force a business like Jack's to engage in compelled speech, even if the state lawmakers think the compelled speech is really, really good and really, really moral.
You're absolutely right. And essentially what the Colorado court did, which is about as far left of a court as you can find, is they tried to not follow the 303 Creative decision because it protects Jack and kick the case on procedural grounds. But in terms of what happens next, Jack is going to continue to speak freely. And I think what's important is to realize his case started in 2012. He's been on this journey for 12 years now. And he was one of the first where government was trying to weaponize the law to silence, censor, and punish people because they disagreed with the government's view. And because of Jack's stand, it didn't just lead to one decision that protected religious freedom, it led to the 303 Creative decision that protects his speech, as well as all of our speech.
He's a warrior, and he's been put through hell for 2 cakes. He's been put through hell over 2 cakes because he's become their favorite target. They're trying to bully you, Jack.